My dear child, I understand that your days are filled with many tasks, and your schedule often leaves little room for anything beyond the next step in your routine. Yet I ask you in this moment to pause for just 11 minutes. I ask you to listen carefully, for what I have to share with you today is of profound importance. This is not a fleeting message, but one that could shape the trajectory of your soul, both now and for all eternity. What I wish to speak to you about is a matter of eternal sign. I desire to echo deep within your heart, for you are living not only in this moment, but also in the realm that exists. Beyond this earthly life, do not be so caught up in the fleeting concerns of today that you neglect to consider the weighty matters that will determine your eternal destination. For your life here on earth is but a brief chapter in the grand story of your existence, and the way you live, it will determine what awaits you beyond this world. This is something I need you to understand fully. Many of my children live as if this world is all there is. They chase after the things of this life, seeking pleasure, wealth, and comfort. But they fail to acknowledge that their lives are a vapor amis that vanishes quickly. You are here for a moment, and then you are gone. The earthly pursuits, the daily routines, the concerns over this temporary existence, they will all fade away. And in that moment, when the veil between this world and the next is drawn back, your heart will cry out for understanding, for guidance, for truth. I do not want that cry to be one of regret, but one of joy and peace. The life, my child, is but a test. It is an opportunity for you to choose where your heart belongs. The choices you make here will determine the course of your eternity. You see, I have created you for a purpose far greater than what you experience in this world. You are made in my image, and your soul is eternal. You are not meant to simply live, breathe, and pass away without a trace. I have placed plaque within you a spirit that longs for me, and this longing is a divine invitation to align your life with my will, to seek the things of my kingdom, and to live in the light of truth. But you must understand that there is more to life than what meets the eye. There is a realm beyond this world, an eternal kingdom where your soul will dwell forever. This afterlife, as you call it, is not a mere concept. It is a reality that awaits all who live on this earth. You may not see it, but it exists, and it is just as real as the world you now inhabit. It is a place of unending peace, joy, and love for those who choose to follow me. But for those who reject me, it is a place of sorrow and despair. Do not think that your actions in this life will not matter. They will your decisions today have eternal consequences. The way you live, the choices you make, the way you love, these are all part of the tapestry of your eternal existence. I have given you free will, the ability to choose. But with that ability comes responsibility. You must choose wisely, for the path you walk today will lead you to where you will be forever. Now, I do not say these things to cause fear or stress. I say them because I love you. I want you to understand that this world is temporary, and that there is something far greater awaiting you. I want you to know that you have the power to change your eternal destiny by how you choose to live. If you choose me, if you choose to follow my ways, then you will inherit a life that never ends. But if you choose to live for this world and its fleeting pleasures, you will find that it was all for naught, and you will have missed the greatest treasure of all, eternal life with me. Do not wait, my child, to begin living for the things that truly matter. Do not put off the decisions that will shape your eternity. The time to act is now. The choices you make today will impact where you spend forever. You cannot afford to wait until it is too late. Your heart must be aligned with my heart. Your desires must reflect my will, and your actions must reflect my love. I know that it can be difficult. My child, the world around you is filled with distractions, with temptations, with voices that tell you to focus only on what you can see and touch. But I tell you, my child, do not be deceived. The things of this world will fade away, but the things of the Spirit will endure forever. Do not chase after the things that will leave you empty. Seek the things that will fill you with life, true life that cannot be taken from you. I am always with you, but you must open your heart to hear me. Do not be so consumed with your routine, with your earthly plans, that you forget the greater purpose I have for your life. You are here to fulfill a divine calling, a calling that is rooted in my eternal purpose for you. This world will try to pull you in many directions, but you must keep your eyes fixed on me. Only then will you find the peace and fulfillment that your soul longs for. I do not want you to live with regret, my child. I do not want you to reach the end of your earthly journey and wish you had chosen differently. The time to choose me is now. Do not let the distractions of this life lead you away from the truth. Your eternal destiny is far too important to ignore. You are my beloved child, and I desire that you experience all that I have prepared for you, life in its fullest measure, both now and forever. I know you are busy, and I understand that your life can feel overwhelming at times. But I ask you to consider this truth. The things of this world will pass away, but your soul will live forever. Where will you spend that eternity? Will you choose to walk with me, to follow my ways, and to embrace the eternal life I offer you? Or will you choose to walk away and live for the fleeting pleasures of this world? I am calling you, my child, to a life of purpose, a life that is focused on what truly matters. I am calling you to live with eternity in mind, to make choices that reflect your love for me and your desire to be with me forever. Do not allow the distractions of this world to blind you to the truth. You are my precious child, and I have great plans for you, plans that will bring you peace, joy, and fulfillment beyond your imagination. My dear child, I wish to continue speaking to you now, for the message I have for you is one that can alter the course of your eternity. You see, the afterlife is real, just as real as the life you live right now. There is no doubt in my heart, nor should there be any in yours. You were created for more than just the brief moments you experience on this earth. This world is not your home. You are but a pilgrim passing through. You are on a journey that will lead you to one of two places, and it is the choice you make today that will determine where you will spend eternity. The afterlife, my beloved child, is not a concept or a vague notion. It is a reality that awaits all who walk this earth. The scriptures are full of accounts that speak of the life that comes after this world, the life that will either be in my presence in the eternal glory of heaven, or separated from me in the anguish of hell. Let us not sugarcoat this truth, for it is of the utmost importance that you understand heaven and hell are real, and your choices today will determine where your soul will spend forever. I understand that the idea of hell may seem harsh, and for many it is something they would rather ignore. But I tell you this, not to scare you, but to awaken you to the truth. Hell is not a place I created for you, but one that you, in your rejection of me, have the possibility of entering. It is a place of darkness, of separation from my love, a place where the soul experiences eternal torment. This is not a reality I desire for anyone, but it is a place that those who refuse to listen to my call, who reject my ways, may find themselves. Consider the words of my Son Jesus Christ in the Gospel of Matthew. He speaks of the wide and narrow paths where he warns that many will choose the broad path that leads to destruction, and few will find the narrow path that leads to eternal life. Matthew 7:13-14. This is not just a metaphor, my child. It is a truth that will define the eternal destiny of each soul. Many are distracted by the allure of the world, chasing after fleeting pleasures, while few take the time to listen to my voice, to follow the path of righteousness, and to live according to my will. I do not want you to be one of those who wander down the broad path, who follow the crowd, who are led astray by the desires of the flesh. I want you to choose the narrow path, the path that leads to my kingdom, to the place of eternal peace, joy, and love. This is the path I have laid before you, and it is the path I desire for you to walk. Jesus also spoke of the eternal separation between heaven and hell. In the Gospel of Luke, he tells the story of the rich man and Lazarus. The rich man lived a life of luxury, ignoring the needs of others, while Lazarus, a poor beggar, suffered in this world. But after death, their fates were reversed. The rich man found himself in torment in hell, while Lazarus was comforted in the presence of Abraham in heaven. Luke 16:1-19:31. This parable is not just a story. It is a powerful reminder that the choices we make in this life have eternal consequences. The rich man's wealth, his earthly pleasures could not save him. His neglect, of the needs of others, his refusal to acknowledge God led him to a place of eternal sorrow. But Lazarus, though poor in this world, was rich in faith, and his reward was eternal comfort in the presence of the Lord. The reality of this separation of heaven and hell is something I need you to grasp fully, for it will guide your decisions in life. You cannot live as though your actions here do not matter. You cannot live for yourself alone, seeking pleasure and selfish gain.